Hello and welcome to Biomedical. So you have decided to study biomedical science at university. Before you take in the plunge, I have things which you need to consider. Let's plunge in. One of the first important things which you need to consider are the academic requirements. Before you study biomedical science, you should have studied biology and chemistry at A level. These two are important in the understanding of human anatomy and human physiology. They are also important in understanding diseases and how they work. The other thing which you need before you study biomedical science are good mathematics results and English at GCSEs. These are important in the communication, in writing reports, and communicating with your colleagues. Mathematics for data analysis and interpretation. The second thing which you need to consider are your career aspirations. What do you aspire to do after studying biomedical science degree? In any degree, you should know your career aspirations before you start that degree. In the case of biomedical science, if you want to be a biomedical scientist, the first thing which you need to do is to check if the degree itself is IBMS accredited. IBMS stands for Institute of Biomedical Scientists. This is the governing body in the UK that governs biomedical scientists. It is there to check if the degree programs which is being offered is up to standard to produce good biomedical scientists. So if you want to be a biomedical scientist, go to university that has a degree program that is IBMS accredited. The other thing, if you want to be a researcher, go to university that does a lot of research. This will enable you to know how to carry out good quality research. If you want to use biomedical science as a stepping stone into doing medicine, go to a university that offers both biomedical science and medicine. You are allowed to change your degree programs in your second year or your third year. So, in the case if you want to do medicine, you can change from biomedical science to medicine in your second year or your third year. The other thing, you can complete the degree of biomedical science until the third year. Then, when it comes to applying to do medicine, you're already in that university. So, you might be considered because you already attend that university. So, if you want to do medicine later on, go to a university that offers biomedical science and medicine. The third thing which you need to consider are your interest and passion. Are you passionate about biology, chemistry, human anatomy? And are you passionate about research? Those are important as you are studying biomedical science to have a passion in human anatomy, biology, chemistry, and research. The fourth thing which you need to consider is the course content and structure. Review the modules and the specialization options. As you have considered your career aspirations, the course content and the specialization options are important to make sure that they are aligned with your career aspirations. So, consider the course structure and content. The fifth thing which you need to consider is the workload. Studying biomedical science is very demanding. It is very rigorous and intensive. There is a lot of work to do when you're studying biomedical science. Consider the coursework, exams, practicals, lab works. Consider your capacity to handle the workload. Are you prepared to do a lot of work? So, before you start studying biomedical science, consider your capacity to handle the workload and the intense of it. It is very intense studying biomedical science. It is just on and on and on. You're always on the go and you have to know your things. So consider the workload of it. The sixth thing which you need to consider are the university reputation and location. Coming from a good, reputable university is very advantageous when you're applying for a job. Is the university near hospitals for you to get good work placements? And the good reputation of the university allows for collaborations for work placement and research placements. The seventh thing which you need to consider is the length of the program. Most degrees are 3 years long. Some cases you can start the degree from foundation year, which might make it 4, or you might have a work placement year to make it 4 as well, or you might have both a foundation year and a placement year, which might end up making it a 5-year program. So consider the length of the degree program. The eighth thing which you need to consider are employment opportunities. Research the job market and employment opportunities in potential industries. Search and see the careers which are in demand after studying biomedical science. The ninth thing which you need to consider is lab work and practical work. Be prepared to do hands-on lab work, experiments, and being in the field. These are integral in the program. The 10th thing which you need to consider is staying updated. After studying biomedical science, you have to continue to stay updated as the industry is always evolving. So you have to stay updated with the new things, with the new technologies which are happening all the time. The last thing which you need to consider is that studying biomedical science does not guarantee you a place to study medicine. So do not say, I will study biomedical science and then I will get a place for studying medicine. It does not guarantee you a place for studying medicine. So I hope that you find this video helpful in making you decide to study biomedical science. It is very vital that you take these considerations in any degree that you do. Before you start studying any degree, look at the considerations of what the degree offers and what you need to do in that degree. And you have to look at yourself if you're able to handle the workload, the capacity which biomedical science has, because studying this degree is very intense. It is very rigorous. It is very demanding. So you have to be able to handle the workload of it, and you have to consider your career aspirations, what you want to do after graduation, because there's no point in studying a degree and you are not able to get anything out of it. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.